Okay then. Good day. I'm Admiral Mattsoy. Welcome to Naval Action Peace server. And yes, we're on board the war HMS Victory, of course. Uh, but something a bit special right now, though, because as you can see here, War HMS Agamemnon has joined us. Yes, indeed. So yes, War HMS Victory and War HMS Agamemnon. Yes. So let's just look at the stats here. Okay. So shall we leave port? Okay. Yeah, of course. We'll be fighting, obviously. Yep. There we go. Ready here in the open world. Okay. So you can see my fleet here. Black Admiral Mattsoy's squadron. Ooh, the bell pull, we can take on that vessel. The bell pull with a fleet surprise. Okay. Come on here. Fight me. If you wish. Okay. Okay then. Ooh. So of course the power. Yep. to get rigged. Miss. There we go. I can rake him. Let's see. Both of them killed by me. Dead. Dead. Yeah. Ooh. Well, I already used that. Yep. Level old peak. Now the other one. Surprise. White oak teak. Okay then. Press M. Retreat. There we go. Leave battle. SX. Third rate. Victory. Ooh. I will not be fighting that. Absolutely not, of course. Let's see our hold, please. Okay. We can actually probably take on that third rate, yes. Yeah. The third rate it is. Right there. I actually really prefer to position my ship leeward. Yes. So what that means is, I don't have, of course, so I don't have the weather gauge. So what do we mean by weather gauge? My wind, I mean the wind is pushing me to the enemy. No. What I do instead is leeward. So the enemy has the wind to me. Yes. So this is actually the perfect position indeed to engage. There we go. There. Nice. That's actually my preferred position. So yes, my starboard guns are already aimed at him. Good thing. Yes. Okay. So again, HMS Victory and HMS Agamemnon fighting against a Spanish third rate. Okay. The power. Here it is. HMS Agamemnon. There. We can rake him. Of course, why not? Fire. Ooh. Stern rake. Nice. The shots we fired, it looks like all of it just got deflected. Well done. He's on fire. Going to crash. Not really. So yeah, this is where we can apply that, obviously. So whenever a gun deck is already loaded, fire it. Yes, fire it already. Looks like the middle gun deck is already loaded. Fire. There we go. Take that, motherfucker. HMS Agamemnon. All it is can be. Look at that. Yeah. Of course. 64 gun. 4th rate. Yep. Even though in reality, though, these are actually 3rd rates. Yeah, these are 3rd rates. These are not 4th rates. Yeah. Although, because of course, if you're considering the guns they're firing are smaller than that of the typical 74 gun 3rd rates, like what we're fighting against right now, of course. 3rd rate, typically 74 guns. HMS Agamemnon, ships like her being 64 gun. And aside from that, whereas the 74 gun third rates are firing the actual guns, which you would really expect with to see with capital ships, like my HMS Victory, obviously. So capital ships, first rates, second rates, obviously. Yes. Ooh, we can rake him. Huh? You fat bastard. You want to get raked? Well done. Oh wow, that was a good stern rake. So you fired to my HMS Agamemnon. I fired, yeah, of course, I fired at you. Take that, fucker. So yeah, 74 gun third rates are firing the same actual guns. You will have with the capital ships like the HMS Victory, so 32 pounders, of course. Yeah, main guns. Whereas the HMS Agamemnon, though, 64 gun third rates, they're only firing 24 pounder guns. Yeah, their main armaments being 24 pounders. Capital ships and even the 74 gun third rates, all the way to the largest being the capital ships, the second rates and first rates, like my HMS Victory, 32 pounder guns. Yes, and that's what we have here, of course. Ooh, gun sights. Okay, that would really prove crucial indeed. For third rate. Okay then, shall we leave the battle? Yeah, HMS Agamemnon, such a beautiful ship, no surprise. Yeah. Yeah, of course, and same thing with my flagship, the HMS Victory. And yeah, that sheer size, although, of course, don't get me wrong, there are actually the Ocean and the Santissima Trinidad still, but, of course, and because of the striking reputation of this ship, obviously, the HMS Victory, that just really sets everything. That's why I love it, see? That's why for the most part I'd much rather choose to commandeer this ship still. Yeah. And of course she still exists to this very day, obviously. It makes sense. If you visit Portsmouth Historic Dockyard in England, of course, you'll see her. Although she's not really in quite the same shape as she is, as you can see on your screen right now, of course. She doesn't really look like this, but I mean, of course, she doesn't have the sails. She's actually in a sort of bad condition right now. But of course, considering all those work had to be done. Yes, just to keep her solid. That's why to actually make the work easier, they really had to remove the masts, the sails, so they can have more access to the hull itself, the hull being the most important thing. If the hull breaks, the ship is gone. There we go. That's why we really need, yeah, that's why I really understand what the engineers had to do, the shipwrights had to do to this ship. So remove the masts, remove the sails, of course. Okay. Mm-hmm. We can actually probably fight that level pool over there. It's a pirate anyways. And I actually don't really do well to pirates, or should we say, I don't have any tolerance to seeing these jerks. Yeah. So I'll plunder this level pool here. Yes. We're the Royal Navy anyways. Ah, that level pool over there. Okay, for now, pirate, you are safe. Yeah, but not for long. Not really. Oh, well, you're not safe at all. It just disappeared. Yep. You're not safe at all. Come on. Actually, and that's the thing. Because I will be really showing you right now what is the easiest way to. So we're fighting this level pool here. Yes. Come on. Get closer. HMS Agamemnon can fire her guns, however, I'll be trying to board. Yes. Okay. So I will never be firing any of my guns at all. HMS Agamemnon, yes. It can. You know what to do. Mm-hmm. Yep. Most important thing to do here is just click this, then click this. There we go. We're going to board indeed. Again, I will never, yeah, of course, I will never be firing my guns at all. Lost his bowsprit. Okay. Fend. Very last second. There we go. Look at that, we smashed them. Very last second we can attack. There we go. Attack against brace, obviously. Now we're in brace. Fire grenades, we can do that. Yeah. At least we're doing more. We did 40 against their 35, so that's a good thing. Again, brace. Defend, okay. There we go. Against counterattack. Like that. Then attack. There we go. Race. Again. Oops. Although yes. Yeah, we won it, no surprise. Look at that. Morale 0. Still have so much crew though. Yes. Total kills 244 against their 214. Okay. I will not be capturing this. No. Did not even bother firing any of our guns. Oops. That's a mistake there. 40,028. Not dead. There we go. Belpool, you're dead. Sink the other ship. Yep. HMS Agamemnon, just follow me. Yes. No need to depower. There's a bit of sailing here. Turn to starboard. Just before we conclude today's voyage, I mean, not really voyage of course, but today's fighting and adventures. Indeed. There's the lovely HMS Agamemnon. Look at that. Eggs and bacon. HMS Victory and HMS Eggs and Bacon. Oh my gosh. Yes. Don't crash. Okay, there we go. We can have, yeah, we can probably do a broadside. Okay, just a salute, since we did not really spend any gunpowder in this battle. And yeah, bow ammo as well. Look at that. Yeah, bracket keys, of course. Again. Yeah. So okay. Retreat already. There we go. And we shall already leave as well. And yes, as you can see, no rewards. We did not even get any experience from that. Where's the two earlier battles we've done against Surprise and Levelpool? Look at this. Total of 240 experience. Against the third rate, 202 experience. In this battle, where we just boarded, no rewards, no experience. And that's really the frustrating part. If you really wish to gain more doubloons, I mean, yeah, to become wealthier, you will never get any experience at all. Yes. I said welfare because of course you really wanted to have more without spending much. I mean, without spending at all. Well, you're only going to spend on the crew, of course, because you lost so much crew in the battle, but compared to the, yes, the price of the gunpowder and the bow ammo, the of course the ammo, it's nowhere near as expensive as those. Yes. That's why, for the most part, that's why, yes, if you wanted to gain more reals, you board the enemy instead. Yes. Even though clearly that shouldn't really be the case at all. Okay. Although at least we still have so much still. So we're just heading back to port. Well, at least we have the HMS Victory here. Yep. And a pirate victory. Of course, I will never. Let's see soon enough. Maybe I can really fight against first rates. Even though clearly I'm really doubtful because, of course, you guessed that the way that the NPCs behave when they fight. Of course, they're so unpredictable indeed. That's why I don't. At least, although I can fight against second rates, yes, I already did that, of course, before Saint Pavel. It's actually easier than I thought, but I'm not really sure about the first rates though, because of their sheer firepower. Yes, not really sure. Um, we're at Amelienburg. Let's see if there are ammo here. And yeah, we're going against the wind indeed. I mean, no, this is not. We should be there at the other side, not here. Sorry. Bit of a yeah, bit of an error here. Silly me. And yeah, we ran aground. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, to most of you, you might actually really think that the HMS Victory is really a big bully. That's actually, of course, the first impressions we always think of whenever we see these monsters. Yeah, they're big bullies indeed, no surprise. But if they're in the right hands, yeah, like we are right now, like look at that. You're not really as bad as you really think. And that's the thing, we're in the peace server anyways. So even though, yes, even me myself, I really agree. I don't really like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with PvP, but if there's just so many of these gankers, of course, it just really gets to the point where the experience, the way that you feel to the game, towards the game, it just really feels too much to the point where, yes, that's why I really feel better off being here in the peace server anyways. That's why. And yeah, this is where I belong indeed. At least there are still some players here. I mean, apparently, for most part, yes. My clan, Roma Invicta, or SPQR, of course. Nobody is active during these times. But in the other clan, like the HMR, yes. Uh, yes, HMR. There's no gunpowder here. There's no full ammo. It's okay though. We can just sell. I mean, we already sold it, of course. Look at this. We already have 709,000. Yeah. Of course, I would actually really bring it back to 50,000 gunpowder. But as you can see, we've done so many battles. We're still at 40,000 gunpowder, and yeah, we lost so much full ammo. Sure, it's okay though. So yeah, gunpowder and full ammo is not really that cheap, but based on what I've done, for the most part, you can really see it's not really that bad. No, it's not necessarily. And yes, I'm actually still able to commandeer two of my most beloved ships here, HMS Victory and HMS Agamemnon. Yeah, they're fat bullies, alright, no surprise. But yeah, if you're considering the striking and reputation of the HMS Victory, no surprise. Yeah, that's why I really prefer commandeering her. Just look at that beautiful. Yeah, just look at that beautiful ship. Yeah, its face indeed, showing its rather elegant figurehead. Yes. So yeah, best way to conclude today's uh, adventures. Yes, here in Naval Action. So thank you very much for watching, my dear lads. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share to a friend. I shall see you next time. Yes. Bye bye and peace out.